Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and today I am talking about Pathfinder's Advanced Player's Guide. And oh my gosh, am I excited. Let's get started. So, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you guys already know if you've been following me for a while now, I am really digging it. I think they've done a great job with 2nd Edition, and I've been looking forward to seeing how things evolve when they release new books. Now, the 1st edition I think got out of control really quickly as they started to release books with new feats and new class options, new ancestry options, things like that. And I can say that with this edition, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the Advanced Player's Guide is a masterpiece. Yes, I am raving about it because it has everything you could want and more. The new ancestries, they executed superbly. You have catfolk, ratfolk, tengu, you have kobolds, orcs, you have new like extra planar things such as Azamar, Tiefling, Dusk, I think it's the Duskwalker. You have the Dampier, you have, all these things. And I think the way they executed them is great. Like Azamar and Tiefling and all that is a heritage that you can apply to any ancestry. All you have to do is forego your regular heritage and choose one of those. And it allows you to take a character in a whole different direction, which I think is fantastic. Now, if you've ever watched me play in a game, or if you know me well enough, I tend to lean towards a lot of martial classes, but I also can't get over some of the shorter classes. For example, one of my favorite characters I've ever played is a halfling barbarian that was not based on strength, but he had a lot of flavor, a lot of character to him. And I feel like there's a few things in Pathfinder 2nd Edition that can kind of match that, right? So the Kobold ancestry is really well done. I feel like it's one of the better new ones, and I can't wait to play kobolds now. You can do breath weapons, so much flavor in that. And then, you also have, for the current ancestries, like the goblin, one of my favorite things that they have is that squishy aspect. Which I think is a really fun thing. And with the new classes, I thought it would be cool to make a squishy goblin witch. And if you can find a player that'll let you like hide in their backpack, then you can like squeeze in there and just pop out and cast spells. Like, I don't know, just for some reason that image to me is so much fun, right? Like you have a best friend in the party and they kind of bring you along everywhere and you kind of hide where you can. I just think that sounds cool. They did a great job with that. The feats in the Advanced Player's Guide don't seem too OP. You've now got, again, more ancestries that can bite and do things like that. The same thing with like that breath weapon. It's a little different than the other breath weapon that you can get through some other feat choice. Like the mechanics are a little bit different, but it's still really good. There's just so much in this book that you can really, like the amount of options, you could just make almost any off-the-wall concept you can think of. Now, one of the things that came up in the first core book was that you could not make a necromancer. Well, I got great news for you guys. The Animate Dead spell is in 2nd Edition Pathfinder now. It's in the Advanced Player's Guide, so you can officially raise dead. You can build your undead army and wipe out everybody. That's what you all wanted to do, and now you can do it. So that's great news. You get a ton of archetypes. Archetypes are something I'm still learning about. They kind of take place of multi-classing, but also now you can just take these archetype, features, give up your regular feature, take that, assuming you meet the prerequisites, and there you go. You now got this really cool archetype. And there's some really cool ones in here. So actually one of them that really stood out to me was the Viking one. I feel like I would love to make a Viking now. So anyways, there's some really cool ones. The flavor in this is so good. A couple of the Barbarian abilities. You can charge through, like you can do a double move and like bust through a door or flip a table or whatever. So that's one of the feats. You can do the same thing but with enemies, right? So you can basically hit an enemy with do two moves, hit an enemy for 2 actions. Like that's really cool. There's also, I call it the Hulk ability, but you can lift up things and throw them and deal 1d10 damage, and that damage can scale up to like 3d10. You have to be able to lift it normally, but like it could be a boulder, it could be a wagon car, it could be, a table inside of a tavern and you can hurl it for 1d10 damage. That's pretty awesome. So again, there's a lot of flavor in this book, and the new concepts like that you can come up with just looking through some of these are like, I'm inspired. There's so many characters I want to make. If you want to see me just make a bunch of characters on this channel, I'll do it. Like, I'm so excited to do that anyway. And so maybe I'll just do it on stream sometime. I'll just be like, hey, I'm making a character with the Advanced Player's Guide. If I had to rate the Advanced Player's Guide on a D20 with 1 being a crit fail, 20 being a critical success, I want to say this gets a critical success. This is a 20. They hit it out of the park. I don't know how they could have done this any better. There's nothing in this book that I don't think is going to give you the tools at your table that you want to create the characters you want. And I don't feel like there's anything in there that's too game breaking. I haven't read all the spells. I haven't read through every single feat. But I've looked through a lot of it, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of fun out of this book. So if you've got Pathfinder 2nd Edition and you enjoy playing it, this is a must-have book. Buy this book. Buy it before you buy the Lost Omens character guide if you don't have that yet. This should come right after your core rulebook, and that's just the bottom line because Juce said so. So anyways, I'm going to post a link to the product in the description below. So if you want to go buy it and support the channel by doing that, you can do that there. I want to thank my patrons. We've had an awesome time with our patron chats. Enjoy interacting with you guys on Discord more personally. And, thank you for that. And to anyone who's subscribed recently, thank you for helping us. We are, at this time, we're only 7 subs from 3,000, but I have a feeling we're going to pass that by the time this video is out. So with that, this was Master the Game. I am Juce. Game on.